On Global TV News Express, federal government begins preparation for 2025 retirees enrollment. At the besides, federal government inaugurates task force on European Union and deforestation regulation. Tunisian president wins second term with a landslide out of foreign sea. On the sport, Paris Saint-Germain reignites Lebanon interest. Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edika Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. We'll begin on the hour that the federal government told the National Pension Commission says it has officially started preparations to enroll the prospective retirees in 2025, emphasizing the importance of early planning. The acting Director General of the National Pension Commission, Omolola Owoleren, disclosed this at the workshop organized by the Commission to kickstart the 2024 online enrollment applications for pension desk officers of federal government, treasury, funded ministries, departments, and agencies in Abuja. It has also issued a stern warning to all ministries, departments, and agencies, urging them to avoid any last-minute rush that could disrupt the enrollment process and negatively impact the retirees' transition into the new phase of life. Our properties worth millions of naira have been destroyed by fire outbreak at the popular Canteen Quarry textile market. Our Global Television learned that the incident occurred while traders were preparing to close at the market at the weekend. Our correspondent Idris Jibril has the rest of the story.
Although it is still not clear about the cause of the outbreak, but traders suspect electricity sparks from a solar connection destroying a total of 10 shops belonging to various traders.
For
over 2 months, we don't have light in this part of the market, and many people are suspecting it's a solar connection that caused the problem. According to Quarry Market Traders Union, investigation is ongoing to ascertain the real cause of the fire and also the extent of the damage. We don't really know what caused the fire, but we are working in collaboration with Kano State Fire Service and the owners of the shop, which I am part of them, to see what is responsible for this fire, even though some people are saying it's solar because there is no light here. Saifullahi Awal and many other textile traders are trying to assess the damage caused by the inferno, as they could not salvage anything from their shops. I was at home when I received a phone call that I should come to the market. Our shops are on fire. And by the time I arrived, everything has gone. And I can tell you that I could not remove anything from my shop. I've lost everything that is inside the shop, including my computers where I used to put records. The affected shop owners have therefore appealed to authorities to come to their aid. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
Away from that to Benue State, the newly elected local government chairmen have been told to uphold diligence and selflessness in the discharge of their duties. Governor Halia, who gave the charge at the swearing-in ceremony of the chairman at the Government House, Makadi, also enjoined them to uphold accountability and transparency in the discharge of their duties. Our correspondent have the report.
The swearing-in of the 23 local government chairmen follows their victory in the October 5th council polls held in the state. Governor Hayatin Alia, at the ceremony, while congratulating the chairman and the All Progressive Congress APC for their emphatic victory in the polls, advised them to run the affairs of their respective councils with fear of God. The governor, who encouraged them to key into the developmental strides of his administration, also urged them to engage all stakeholders at the grassroots to achieve meaningful development.
I am hopeful that as you get out there, let the actions you display be louder than what you would say. Let people physically, tangibly, and cognitively see you at work and let them feel the impact of what you are doing at the local government.
Chairman Vandekia Local Government Council Dennis Guda, on behalf of other chairmen, expressed gratitude for the opportunity and pledged to replicate the footsteps of the governor in making life meaningful at the third tier of government.
We'll make sure that we will help you collectively, with collective responsibility in our respective local government, to pull out Benue State from the moldy situation that is in. We will work as never before.
Others also commented on the significance of the day in the life of the state.
Much more to be expected from us. And with the kind of mass jubilation that heralded our victory, I am sure we cannot fail.
As soon as we start coming in, we are going to collaborate effectively with all stakeholders to ensure that development gets to the people.
Councillors are expected to be sworn in by their respective chairmen in the various local government areas. From Makodi, Aisha Lare Musa reporting for Global Television.
Our Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called on leaders and stakeholders across all spheres to prioritize creating an enabling environment where youths particularly can reach their full potential. Sanwo-Olu said fostering an environment where young people can thrive is a collective responsibility of leaders to the future generations. As the high cost of rice continues to take toll on Nigerians across the country, some Kano residents are now patronizing unbagged leftover rice from factories in the state in order to feed. Our correspondent Idris Jibril reported that not too decent rice, locally called afatata, is cheap and sells at 70,000 naira per bag, as against 87,000 naira for premium rice.
This may not look like food someone could eat, but it is called apapata rice in Kano, a name given to it by the residents because of the difficulty in processing it before the eventual use. Apapata is a factory rejected rice, and we are selling it at between sometime 3,000, 3,500, and people are buying it actually. Apapata is a rejected rice from the factory, usually sold out to livestock feeds processing factory, because it lacks enough nutrients for human consumption. But the high cost of rice has forced many residents to switch to using this cheap rice. If you see apapata rice, you will not like to eat it. People are running away from it, yet people are buying it. Because when you buy this rice, you have to work so hard to remove sand out of it before you eventually cook it. And if you take it to your newly wed wife, you will have to sleep outside. Nutritionists say prolonged use of this rice may lead to kidney and skin diseases. But many residents in Kano believe they must use it if they are to keep body and soul together. Well, I bought half mudu, and even the half mudu, it is the only money that I have. And that's the only thing I can buy. And this apapata rice is the only thing we can buy at the moment, because there is no money to buy premium rice, which is about 5,000 naira per mudu. Despite warning by health experts that prolonged use of this apapata rice may lead to kidney and other diseases, but hundreds of people flocked in this market on daily basis to patronize this rice because they say it's cheap to buy. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
Our residents of Imo State have lamented over the current economic situation in Nigeria, attributing it to the removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Tinubu. Our correspondent in Imo State, Amarachi Bear, reports from Owerri.
This is Owerri, capital of Imo State. Residents of the metropolis are not happy over the current economic situation in Nigeria, citing the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government as cause.
This is the worst economy since I was born in this country. Let me explain to you. Today, I have 2 kids in the school. I can't pay their school fees. I had to begin to source out money from this corner, from the other corner, to be able to pay their school fees. You can imagine now to eat. Before, sometime in the past, you can afford to call a friend to give you money or call a relation. Not now. Nobody has got.
currently I have to park my own car. I'm going with the public transport because when I calculate the cost of fuel down to my destination, it is highly expensive. And considering the level of income, we can't just go beyond our own income. The expenses will become much. So the government has impoverished us. The government has dealt with us economically and otherwise. Insecurity and so many other things. In short, to mention but the few. But I can only say I am tired of this government.
For other residents, the removal of fuel subsidy has led to the inability of many people to pay their children's school fees.
Now, if it's not God, we are not going anywhere. The government are not helping out. Every day it keep on increasing. I just say these things now. This thing before I do buy this thing. This is a Jota. This is fancy Jota. I do buy this Jota 300, 400. I'll say 600, 700. But now you buy it at the rate of 1,002, 1,003. Then you say 1,500. See, just this thing like this. It's unfair now, my sister.
I'm a fashion designer, and the cost of production is really so high. So customers find it difficult to pay, and then even when they pay, when they pay, they feel we charge them so high, and then after which, even after feeling that we charge them high, we being able to produce with that amount of money is also difficult. So we end up producing and not making much profit. So it's really affecting us.
Now, the residents of Owerri are calling on the government to address the economic challenges facing the country and also provide relief to the citizens. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Many thanks, Amarachi Ibe. As preparations gears up for the November 2nd local government elections in Nasarawa State, the ruling All Progressive Congress has announced that it will begin its primary election for councillorship position on October 14, 2024. According to the party, the primaries for chairmanship candidate across the 13 local government areas of the state will follow on October 16. That was the chairman, Aliyu Bello, made the disclosure during a stakeholders meeting in Lafayette. The Katsina State Police Command has thwarted 3 separate kidnapping attempts by suspected armed bandits in Damusa and Faskari local government areas, rescuing 8 victims unharmed. The police public relations officer ASP Abubakar Sadiq in a statement revealed that the incident occurred on October 7, 2024. Now, the Arewa Consultative Forum says it is taking decisive steps to address the growing insecurity and lack of unity in northern Nigeria. The National Public Secretary, Professor Toko Mohammed, said the region could no longer remain passive in the face of increasing banditry and terrorism, which have significantly disrupted lives, agriculture, and travel. The Commissioner of Police, Olotunji Diso, has reiterated commitment to improve the security situation in the Federal Capital Territory. Olotunji Diso made this known while assuming office as the 32nd Commissioner of Police for the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Kikele Makere has the details.
It was a ceremonial welcoming as the Federal Capital Territory Police Command new CP assumed office. Shortly after the inspection of the quarter guard, CPD to read a riot act on those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT.
To those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT, I send a clear and resolute message. My tenure will be marked by a zero-tolerance approach to all forms of crimes and criminality.
CPD added that his tenure will leverage on modern technology to aid policing efforts.
We are going to integrate technology into our policing. We will leverage modern technology to aid our policing efforts, utilizing tools such as data analytic and surveillance system to enhance our operational efficiency.
The Commissioner of Police was welcomed by a huge presence of the Intelligence Response Team, Special Tactical Squad, and Civilian Joint Task Force. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
You're watching News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the News Express returns, Tunisian president wins second term with landslide. The details of these and more after this short break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. And on to business. The federal government has ordered electricity distribution companies to replace weak distribution networks in their franchise areas with 7 days. It gave the directive to the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, stressing that this latest order comes after a 2-month notice earlier issued to discuss to implement the necessary change. The NEMSA Managing Director and Chief Electrical Inspector of the Federation, Toko Aliyu, discloses at the 2024 Customs Service Week in Abuja. Away from that, the federal government has inaugurated the National Task Force on the European Union Deforestation Regulation. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kari, discloses at a press briefing in Abuja. He said the inauguration of the NTF is a crucial step in aligning Nigeria's agricultural practices with international standards, ensuring the continued access of Nigerian products to the lucrative EU market. Around 3 major revenue-generating agencies in Nigeria deducted a total of 533.11 billion naira, a cost of revenue collection in the first 7 months of 2024. The agencies include the Nigeria Customs Service, Federal Inland Revenue Service, and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. This figure derived from the Federation Account Allocation Committee report published by the National Bureau of Statistics marks a substantial increase of 99.85% compared to the 266.75 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2023. The FIRS and the NUPRC deducted about 4% of the cost of revenue collection, while the NCE received 7%. The federal government has issued a fresh deadline of September 2025 to Julius Berger to complete the 280 billion Bode-Boni road currently under construction in Rivers State. This scheme has President Bola Tinubu approved the fixed contract sum to Julius Berger after it was reviewed upwards to facilitate the road's early completion. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, disclosed this during an inspection of ongoing federal road projects in Rivers State. The Ford Foundation, John D. and Catherine MacArthur Foundation, and Open Society Foundation have unveiled the West African Democracy Fund, a $20 million initiative aimed at bolstering democracy across West Africa. The 3-year fund is designed to address the democratic challenges in the region and foster the greater citizen engagement in political transitions. The fund, targeted at supporting West African states currently facing various democratic challenges, will, over a period of 3 years, support activities to increase citizens' engagement with democratic and political transition in their respective countries. On the foreign scene, French authorities have ordered Omar bin Laden, a son of slain Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden, to leave the country over the post on social media, a France's Interior Minister announced. Now, in an election that was criticized by right groups, Tunisia's President Kais Saied has won his second term with more than 90% of the vote, the Electoral Commission has said. Only 2 candidates out of more than a dozen other hopefuls were allowed to stand against President Saied on Sunday's ballot, where only 29% of the more than 9 million registered voters took part. On the foreign scene, Kenya's parliament set to vote on impeaching Deputy President Rigathi in a political drama that has exposed a rift in the governing party. Lawmakers have accused the 59-year-old deputy to President William Ruto of corruption, undermining the government, and practicing political divisive politics, among a host of other charges. At a press conference, denied the accusations as outrageous and shared propaganda, said it was a scheme to harm him out of office. And out of sports, Manchester United have joined the race to sign Bayer Leverkusen's attacking sensation Victor Boniface, setting the stage for the potential transfer battle with Chelsea. The 23-year-old Nigerian striker has been in brilliant form since joining the German club in the summer of 2023, attracting the attention of several top European sides. Boniface's impressive debut season saw him score 21 goals and provide 10 assists in 34 appearances, playing a crucial role in the Leverkusen's historic trumps that handed Bayern Munich long-standing dominance. And about the sports, Paris Saint-Germain have reignited their interest in Atalanta forward Ademola Lookman as a French giant look to bolster the attack in the January transfer window. The Parisians' attack has struggled to score goals in recent matches, prompting the club to visit the pursuit of the Nigeria International Lookman 26 that has been in brilliant form since joining Atlanta from the RB in 22 for 9.35 million euros plus bonuses and Mazzi's 33 goals and providing 20 assists and 81 competitive appearance for the Italian side. And to wrap up Global TV News Express, here's a look at top stories. The federal government has commenced preparation for 2025 retirees enrollment. On the business, the federal government has inaugurated task force on European Union deforestation regulation. And the first Tunisian president has recorded landslide victory to win the second term. On the sport, Paris Saint-Germain have reportedly reignited interest in Lookman. And as a package on News Express coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV, channel 365, Star Times, channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on the screen. I am Medical Mike. Many thanks for watching. See you again.